When things are going wrong in your life, you can always sue the problem maker, can't you? Well, let's take a look at this week's case. It involves real people in Cumberland, Rhode Island, and there we had a donut shop, GB Donuts. These guys have been there for some period of time, and they were operating a decent business. Well, the property owner across the street wanted to develop his property, and he wanted to bring in a fast food drive-through restaurant. He also wanted to have a service station, do a couple of other things. But long story short, the guys that were operating the donut shop said, you know, with all that increased traffic and the way the street is laid out, that's going to have an adverse impact on us. We don't want all of that additional development across the street. Well, they went to, of course, the zoning board there at Cumberland, and they appeared at the hearing, but the zoning board came away and said, you know what, you, the owner of the property across the street, you can develop this stuff. Well, GB Donuts wasn't happy, so they went to court. They went to Superior Court in Rhode Island, and they sued, saying that the variance that was granted to allow the development across the street was not proper. And the guys across the street answered that by saying, we don't think you guys have standing. We want your complaint to be dismissed. And so the court looked at this. Now, what's standing all about? Standing basically indicates that you have the ability to bring the suit. It is a fundamental doctrine in the law, something a lot of times isn't talked about, but it really is terribly important. And I think we can understand it if we look at an extreme example, and that is if you don't maybe like the person your brother is married to and you want to have him divorced from that gal, you don't have the ability to try and bring a divorce action to have your brother divorced from his wife. Nope, doesn't happen. You don't have standing. Well, in this instance, the court looked at the donut shop and said, okay, you guys are tenants here. You've indicated that you are tenants, but you in your complaint have not indicated what kind of tenants are you. Do you have a 99-year lease? Did you build the building there because you had a 99-year lease? Do you have some other kind of lease? You didn't indicate the kind of lease that you have. And generally, when it comes to zoning, that isn't going to be basically overturned when it's made by a local town pursuant to its rules and regulations, unless you're the owner of the property. And here, you guys weren't the owners of the property. Now, if you are a particular kind of tenant, you might be able to bring a suit, but here you haven't indicated the nature of the tenancy that you have, and for that reason, the court doesn't have enough information. Therefore, we, the court, find in favor of the guys doing the development, and we find that your complaint, donut shop, is out of here. It's dismissed. You can't go forward because we find you don't have standing. Okay, so we see the extreme importance of showing standing, of having a right to come into court and sue. It's not always as simple as it seems. I'm David Allen. We bring you this case, we bring you cases every week so you understand how the law works.